Going on, guys? Keith, Cage's Garage, working on the Honda Odyssey, 2014 Odyssey again. It's got some codes that have been there forever, and I think it has over 200,000 miles on it now, and it has original catalytic converters. So I'm going to replace. There's 4 catalytic converters. I'm going to replace all of the catalytic converters. I bought a kit. Okay. So here's the kit. I don't know. It says Pulture Flow, whatever. But it looks like it has everything I need. Some bolts. There's gaskets inside this cardboard. Same with this deal. Some more actually studs. Gaskets. Studs again. And there's a gasket. And then, is it 3? I thought there was 4. All right, maybe there's 3. So you got these 2, that one, and this one, and all right, I guess there's only 3. For some reason, I thought there was 4. Then you got this other guy. So I got the car. It's gonna go up on the lift. I will get up on the lift and we'll look underneath there, compare these to what's there. I looked online and it looks like they match. O2 sensors I got to get out before I start messing with anything. But there's a lot to take off here. A lot of screws and bolts and everything. So let's get the truck up in the air. Get it up in the air. Get underneath there. Actually, there's some that I probably have to get from under the hood, because it comes right off the engine, and then catalytic converter. Same thing on the back, off the engine, catalytic converter. So it's got a manifold, and then catalytic converter goes right there. And I'm guessing there's another one in the middle somewhere. I don't know. We'll see in a couple minutes when I get this thing up in the air. Well, you'll see in like 2 seconds. All right. This is what the bottom of the minivan looks like. Here, you know what? We'll start back over here. Tailpipe goes this way into, I'm guessing, a muffler or another muffler. I don't know. Resonator, muffler. I don't know which one's which. It doesn't matter. I know this is a catalytic converter. Catalytic converter. So this is the one that they give me to replace. And where's the other? Okay, so now it splits off. And oh, this is gonna be fun. So right here, and you can see it there, it's encased in that covering. Hopefully I can take the whole thing out, the covering, with it. So that's that one, backside of the motor. So I have to get that from the top. And then you go over here, and yeah, and then I gotta get something from the top over here. So that O2 sensor has come out. Is there another O2 sensor in here? I think there is. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit of work. I'm gonna spray some penetrating oil on all these bolts, let them sit for a little while I get some other tools out. And yeah, that's what the plan is. It's leaking oil somewhere. Every time I get up on the lift, I check things out. You know what? I don't want to jinx it, but that has not ever been replaced. How about this side? It still looks good. Okay, well, you can see this one here? Broken. So that's one broken stud. And these here, I'm having trouble getting off. I was using, it's a 14 mil. I was using this 12-point socket. I need to get some 6-point sockets. I need to get rid of all these 12 points and get 6 points. So yeah, here's the broken stud right here. So I went and I have these, I don't know where I got these things. Cheapy impacts, but they're 6 points. And I banged this on there and then broke that off. So that's what the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Bang. Oh, the other thing is this whole thing's twisting. So now this whole thing turns. So that's my other problem with this thing. But like this one up here is tough. I'm gonna have to get that on there and get it. I took the O2 sensors out. Set a hole there. I got this one out. Just leave them hanging. These bolts came right out, no problem. So I got that. Like I said, I'm trying to get everything on the bottom here done, disconnected. So that's disconnected. I need to get this whole piece off. This is what I'm trying to do. Which it's loose here, it's loose there. I think that's it, and I just have to get it off here. Oh, and this thing here. I get to use my cool tool. One of my favorite exhaust tools. Did I show you that? Let me show you. Special made exhaust pliers. Exhaust hanger pliers. So check this out. I'm not sure if I can do this with one hand. This goes on one side, this goes on this side. Right, and then you just squeeze it. And anyway, you squeeze it and it will come off. There we go. See? Just need two hands. Anyway, you get the picture. It's almost off. It'll come off. I'll use both hands and it'll pop right off. And that will be out of the way. And this whole piece should fall down. And then I can continue on trying to get the other bolts out. Oh, these over here. These three came out, no problem. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if I have to drop the exhaust here. Maybe. That's got no. Look at this hanger, it's bent. That's gonna be a little bit of challenge there. Oh, I could maybe take it off the top. I don't know if I need to. I'm thinking once I get these bolts off, I can jimmy this out, and then this will come off. All right, let's back to work. Okay, got the old one out. Jeez. So like I said, this whole part came out. Yeah, these were pressed in. This original one, here's a new one. There's a little bit of a size difference. I mean, I didn't get OEM parts. These OEM pieces were maybe like $500 each part. So I just got a whole kit. I don't remember how much it was, but it's a catalytic converter. Let's see if you can see through it. Can you see through there? So it's got the stuff in there. How about this one? This one looks like it's, wow, looks like I can see through that one better. But it's got, I don't know if it's not clogged. So let's move on. Let's just start it up like this, see what it sounds like. I gotta move on. Oh, I gotta do some, okay, I gotta take this bracket off here. What else is it held on by? I think it's just held on by the top. And I'm guessing, oh God, I hope this comes out this way. I'm looking at this size of this and the size of the hole. This axle looks like it might be in the way. I don't know, I'll figure something out. And then this one, unless it comes out the top. This one, I don't think anything else is, oh yeah, there's a bracket right here. So there's a bracket right there I gotta take off. There's a bolt right here. And there's an air pipe. I don't know if I can take that off later. I'll have to see once I get it under the hood. But let me take these brackets off and continue, and then we will go up under the hood and start taking on the rest of them out. I guess there's like 3 more up on the manifold. I don't have bolts for those. I looked at the bolts they give you. This is for the one cat down here. This is, it looks like the studs, because there's 3 in each bag that hold this part on. So this is just the bottom. Hopefully the ones up under the hood I don't have any problems with. Anyway, let's get this back down on the ground, get under the hood, do some more stuff. All right, well, this is weird. That hole right here, the bracket, it goes like this. I took this bolt off and the whole bracket came off. So it wasn't really doing anything. There's a hole. There's a hole right here into the end, into, what is that? AC compressor bracket or something. I wonder if it's weird. I'm the only one that has worked on this thing, so maybe I forgot it. Right there. Maybe when I did the AC, because I redid the whole AC on this thing. Maybe when I redid the AC, I didn't put that bolt back in. I have no idea where it is. But yeah, the bracket wasn't doing anything. It's not holding it up. There's a bunch of junk in there. See that stuff in there? Don't know what that is, but if I tap on it, it snows. I hope you can see it on camera. Anyway, so I think that catalytic converter might have problems. We'll see when we get it out. All right, I took those brackets off. It's coming down on the ground. I'll be back in a second. All right, these bolts down here, pain in the neck. I'll tell you what. I'm trying to show you them. One here, let me show you on the new one. There's bolts here, 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 and here. That's what I'm looking down at, right? Because you got the O2 sensor. There's a bolt right here. You can get to the tops, okay. You can't. The problem is you can't get with I can't get in there with my deep sockets. They're too deep. So putting a regular socket that I have is not deep enough. So that's a little bit of a problem. I'm trying to get them loose. So when it's not like it's the exhaust bolt. So what happens is it's really tight and it cracks and it goes and it gets loose. Now I can pretty much almost take those off by hand, but when your hand's down, look at my hand. When your hand's down in there and you're pulling on it and you just know it's gonna crack, you have to. There's all sharp edges and everything in there, so you gotta be careful when you pull it. So I didn't get cut. I just got it totally dirty. I was able to get the bottom two were a pain. I couldn't figure out what to put on there. I tried putting wrenches and all kinds of stuff. Finally, I went with a 1/2-inch drive with the 12mm on it. It's deep enough to get in there. Get a nice purchase on the nut. Now that they're loose, I'm just going to use this here. I should be able to get this on here. And the problem is trying to crack it loose with this. It slips off. It's not getting enough purchase on the nut. So now that it's loose, I should be able to get this on there and just back them out. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Let's see. If there's enough room. Get that on there. There was before. Oops. Alright, I gotta figure out how to get that thing in there. I figure out how to get that thing in there and get them off. But then that's this side. The other side, I can't even see. I can't even get back there to see what the heck. I don't know how I'm gonna do that side. I might have to go lift it up again and do it from the bottom, but cause I can't see anything. I'm not gonna be able to see anything. I don't even know I don't know why I'm putting the light there. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to feel where those bolts are. So I might have to go back up in the air and get it from the bottom. Let me get this one off first. All right, so these two bolts here on the catalytic converter, on the old one, there's no room in here. So what I did, I broke them loose with a, what is it, 12 millimeter wrench. Broke them loose. Did whatever I could, break them loose. I even think I used this to break them loose. Anyway, got them loose. Then put a deep socket, 12 on it, and I have this little stubby thing here, which is very difficult to get out. It basically just sticks in here. I'll show you the other. Sticks in the socket, and it gives you a hex head, so you can grab. So put that on there on the bolt, on the nut, right? And then I got a 14 mil, because that's what size this is, on here, and it's very low profile, and I got it in there. But on the passenger side left one, it kept hitting this shroud here on this fan. So when I go to put this back in, I'm taking this, there's two screws. There's a screw here and a screw down over there. I'm taking this metal piece off. I don't know, it just protects the fan, protects the wiring. I don't know. It's in the way. It would probably be, looking back, it probably would have been better to take all of this off. If I, you know what, if I looked in the book, I'm sure that's the service manual. Take all this off and then take these fans out, and I would have a whole bunch of room, and I would be done with this side already. Instead, I'm breaking my knuckles, getting all dirty, cursing, and anyway, it's off now. You know what, I don't know where the screw went, because I just hammered this off, because it was jammed in there. Oh, the screw's still on. That's good, I didn't lose it. But the other thing is, instead of the nut coming off, the whole stud came out. So it's the stud that's in there, and the whole thing came out. So now I have to figure out, I mean, I can get it off. Screw the stud back in, and then reuse those nuts. So you have 3 here. There's 1 nut that's coming off in here. And then I don't know if this thing's gonna be able to come out in here, because once again, there is like no room. And I need a new flashlight, because this one, the articulating part just goes. And I tried. There's like an Allen head in here, broken or missing. I don't know what the heck the deal is. I cannot tighten it. So anyway, it's probably about time. Got good use out of this light. Okay, I'm just trying to wish I can get the light in there jammed so we can see what I'm doing. All right, there's the nut still on, so I need to get the nut off. And then that whole manifold will do something. I don't know. I'll be back. Like I said, I gotta get it up in the air also. So let me see if I get that one nut, and it's gonna fall. It's not coming out the top. It's gotta go at the bottom. Look at that. Clear shot. I have to take a whole bunch more stuff out than I thought I would have to. Here's the motor mount. I took these 4 bolts off. 2, 3, 4. Then there's a bracket. I'll show you the bracket in a second. And there's a bolt here. Took that bolt off. See the bracket right here? So that screws in there. That mounts it to the engine. The 4 others mounted to the frame here. And I have my handy dandy lift here. And I just lifted the engine up a little bit and shimmied this out. And this thing came out. I didn't think it was going to come out, but it did. It came out this way. I tilted the top forward, and it slid out this way. Okay. Now, just wait until I get to the other one. This guy is still, it's all off. I just can't get it out. So, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's come off. I did some research. Okay. So now I should be able to get to those bolts right there. That's what I was trying to get to. There's those 2 bolts right here on the left-hand side. Could not get to them. Now, clear shot. Clear shot at the upper right bolt. The left one, I got a wrench on there and I cannot get it off. I don't know if you can see the wrench. Wrench is in there and I can't loosen it, so it's stuck there right now. I moved on because I got frustrated, truthfully. So this could be the last one that comes out. I need to, there's no room here. Like I can't get my hand in here to push up on it. Yeah, I can't come around here. You can see it, but I can't get any leverage to put up on it, to push up on it. So I figure that'll be that's a later on problem, as long as I don't need that wrench. Anyway, let's get these off. It should be a little bit easier because I have good access to it. I should really get a socket on there and just crank it down. I'm going to use the 1/2-inch drive for most leverage. All right, I'll be back in a second. I'll show you where I'm at. The whole front has come off for the other one. Oh, God. All right, this is going to be a 2-day project. I can tell already. Be back in a minute. Okay, remember this from about a second ago? This guy here. Come on up. Here, look at it's loose now. So it got stuck there. I put this pipe on it, put the pipe up there on top of there, and I beat the heck out of it with the hammer. Bam, bam, bam. Got it loose. Got it loose, and now I can get that ratchet off because I can get a socket in there now. Now that let me show you. Now that I took the motor mount out, I can get a socket in there. So I want to get this off. There we go. And now I'll just get a socket. Yeah, I was trying to undo this, but see, you can't. It's very difficult to just switch this. I mean, it's Craftsman. Maybe a better brand tool, but you can't just switch it. You have to, like, turn it and then switch it or something. There, now it goes. It like gets jammed. Yeah, see? There we go. And it won't move. So I don't know if it's broken. Well, I mean, I just nailed it with a hammer. I could have messed up some teeth. But now it flips over. Put a little pressure on it. Well, anyway, it gets stuck like that all the time, these stupid things. Alright. Maybe it's time for me to upgrade. I get a Matco sponsor or something. Okay. Put a socket on there, take that off. And I don't know how it's coming out. It looks like it might come out over here. Come out this way. It's gonna hit something. That's just a tie rod. I did see a video where the guy took the stabilizer link out and just moved it out of the way, so you get this big opening. It was a different year car, so I don't know. But that might be what I have to do. We'll see what happens. It's like I said, it's just trial and error. I'm just taking stuff off that's in the way. The front is, like I'm going to say it again, the front is going to be very fun to do. After I broke my knuckles and everything, getting it loose after the whole front apart, it should be easier. Anyway, let me finish doing this thing. Got the old one out. That's the one that's in the back. Took a little finagling. It's like a puzzle. Came out this way. This is the passenger side. Took the lower stabilizer link off, and I have new links. This thing's shot. This thing is shot. I have new links, but I know this. It's gonna sound like me whining, but to get the top one, I need to take the tire off. Right? I need to take the tire off. Get the tire off. I got to get the locking lug just inside the car. Car's up in the air. Wah, wah, wah. I'm not going to change it right now. Maybe when I bring this thing down lower, the car's up in the air now. I'm trying to work underneath it. Other problem is I can't lower the car because I have this thing supporting the motor. So I want to change this stabilizer link. Need to take the wheel off. I'm going to have to wait until I get the car lower so I can do that and not kill myself. And I'm sure if that one's bad, this one's bad too. I thought we replaced these once before, probably when we did the struts, but anyway, just something else. I'm going to do that when it gets closer. But anyway, this one's off. You can see the manifold there. Oh, I don't know. It's rusty. I don't know if there's a gasket. Yeah, it looks like there's a gasket on there. I don't know if they give you new gaskets. Yeah, there's a copper gasket. Okay. Wow. Rust one side, clean on the other. I'm just going to put it back up there. All right, get up there. All right, yeah, you got it. Nice, just stay. The other thing I need to do is, I really don't feel like doing it, but I guess probably it's there for a reason, right? The factory put these heat shields on there. So I'm going to put them back on there too. So I got to take it apart. It looks like it's just these, whatever, nuts and bolts. I mean, it has the provisions on the new one to put it back on. So was it just 3, 4? Yeah. So I might as well, right? That's what I'm going to do. And then I got to put the O2 sensors in. Actually, I'll put the top. I don't know. The top O2 sensor is a pain in the car. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see what happens. This is just a do it as I go thing. All right, let me switch that over. I got to get that one back in. Then I can lower the engine, put the motor mount back in, lower the engine, blah, blah, blah. And then I can work on getting the front one out. All right, back in a minute. All right, and now here's the problem with buying a non-OEM. I took the heat shield off. Let's get this out of here. And maybe looks like one. That one lines up. This one doesn't. This one doesn't. And this one doesn't. And now comparing to the old one. If you look, so the tops are lined up. This one, I mean, it looks like it's in the right spot. This one definitely, you can tell, is not in the right spot. This has to be bent more down this way. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I got some pliers. I'm going to try to bend this down so it will match. So here's the heat shield. These are very heavy too, these heat shields. Put this in here. All right, well, that was easier than I thought. I put this thing into the vise. I put one bolt in. I can't remember which one it was now. That lined up. I took the torch, heated them up. I banged this one. I banged this one up to get it to line up. I banged this one down. Banged this one over. Yeah. I banged this one over. All I did was I just heated up right over here. And it just bent right over. So a little heat. Fix this up. Now they're in the right spot. Should be able to put this on. Go this way. And the other thing is these are just bolts. The nuts are welded onto the side, onto here, or pressed. I don't know. Somehow they're mounted to the heat shield, and you don't take those off. So you just take the nuts off, which is a 10 millimeter. All right, I'm gonna put the heat shield on. What else do I gotta do? I want to put the O2 sensor in, and then put it back up in there. Motor mount back in. Motor mount back in. Lower the engine down. I'm gonna leave the sway bar link off. All right, so it looks like they do give you the gaskets. This is for the front. The reason why I know is because the front has the EGR, and this one's the back. So they give you a gasket for here. And I'm guessing this gasket. Yep. Stop moving. Yep, that gasket goes right there. Cool. Pretty complete kit, I would say. The only thing they don't give you is new bolts that hold it to the manifold. But I think for the back, I got all of the studs are still, all the studs are still there. So I'm gonna pull that gasket off. That's in there and replace it with this one. And then maneuver that. So I got the heat shield on, O2 sensor. So I'm gonna maneuver this back into the car. Here's the old one. And I would like to say we're in this reassembly stage, but kind of are for the rear, not the front. Like I said, the front is probably gonna be a tomorrow job. Here it is right there. It's just sitting there, can't go anywhere. So it's gotta come out the top, and I have to take the fans out. Hopefully that's the only thing I have to take out. I guess I take the AC compressor out. It won't come out the top. I've tried, and definitely not coming out the bottom. Ooh. So let me finish putting this. This might be the job for the rest of the day, is putting this all back together. The rear. I might take a break until tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. I got I got the rear all back in. Motor mount. Bolts were a little bit tough. I just lifted the engine up more, so the motor mount was totally free. Got that in. Got the little bracket right here. O2 sensor. You can see I put the cover on. I got the bolt up over here. You can't see it, but it's there. And I still have the sway bar link off because I'm going to replace that. Remember, I might put this heat shield back while it's up in the air. That heat shield right there. Oh, what am I going to do? I got to take this off. This is my little nut and bolt holder. All right. And I just realized I forgot this heat shield here. I didn't put that back on. I'll have to remember. All right, so now I need to get in here. It's my light. You can see it's just sitting there. It's stuck. Can't go anywhere. That mount of the catalytic converter. So I need to get all these plastics off. All this off. And then have to. I watched the video and the guy like drained the fluid, took the whole bumper. I don't know why you have to take the whole bumper off. Took the grill out. Freaking the whole front end was apart. Hopefully I don't have to go that far. I don't think I need to take the bumper off. The bumper doesn't look like it's going to be in the way. I just have to get the radiator pushed this way. So I can take all this junk off, take the brackets off, push the radiator this way. I think there's enough flex in these hoses. Hopefully I don't have to take them off. The hoses that hook up to the radiator. Enough to pull the radiator this way, grab the catalytic converter, pull it out. You got to put the studs back in and put the new one in. So to get these off, I got a couple tools here. screwdriver. I know screwdriver works. You can stick a screwdriver in here, and what you do is you pop the middle section out. Let's see if I can get it with this. This is a little cheapy one. All right, yep. And then you can just pop the whole thing out, and you save those and put them in your little tray. Yep, there's different ones in here. This one is gonna pop right off. Anyway, you get the idea. You pull the middle out, then you pull the whole thing out. Middle out, whole thing out. And now we'll get all the plastics off. I'll be back when I got all them off, and then we're starting to take all, I think it's just a bunch of 10mm bolts. Then loosen up the radiator and get it out of the way. Maybe I have to take the fans off. Fans aren't that bad to take off. I mean, it's just some connectors and blah, 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 and then you just pull them straight up. I actually, now thinking about it, I probably will have to take those out. And then the radiator, just get it out of the way. Anyway, let me start taking some more stuff apart. We're almost done. I mean, that one, this is going to be the hardest part right here, because there's just so much to take apart. All right, I'll be back in a minute. I have all the plastic pieces off, all the I thought I was going to have to take this fan out. I don't think I have to. I'm not sure yet. You do have to take this EGR pipe out. I didn't. Couldn't get the thing to move. Actually, I'm going to take this. I am going to take this fan out. It's disconnected. I had to drain some fluid out of the radiator to take this top hose off, because there wasn't enough. Wouldn't pull over far enough. I put a piece of cardboard, you can see, in front of the radiator, so protect it, so hopefully it won't damage it. But I want to get this fan out, because I think right here where it's out a little bit is where that catalytic converter has come. I tried grabbing it through here, this area, not enough room, so I think it has come right here, which means this fan's in the way, so I gotta grab that. To get this fan out, I gotta slide it over here and then pull it out. So I'm gonna slide the fan over, pull it out, then I should be able to get that catalytic converter out. Put the new one in. I gotta do the studs first. I gotta fix the studs. New one in, then put the EGR pipe in, and put all the stuff back. Then go under the car and do that stuff. I'll be back. I just keep looking worse and worse, don't I? Alright. Finally got it out. I had to lift the condenser up a little bit, lift the radiator up a little bit, pull it all the way over, get this wire out of the way, and I squeezed it right through here, scratched it up. But I got it out. I pulled this all the way forward, and now I know why they want you to take the grill out, because it hits the grill. I just pulled the grill a little bit. Got it out. Now let's see. I gotta take the heat shield off. Let's see if it fits. You know, the other one didn't fit. Let's see if this guy fits. The other thing I see different is this has studs. There's no studs here. I don't know if I have to take those studs out, or if they gave me ones. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, no, it doesn't match up. That one, maybe. Definitely not. Definitely not. Maybe. So, I still have the vise set up. So I'm going to go heat these up and get them in the right spot. It's almost like they had them in the right spot, and then when they welded it, it got out of shape or something. I don't know. I don't know what the heck happened. This nut is stuck on here, and I need to put this stud back in. So the way you do it, I got two nuts that are the same thread. One on here. Put the two nuts on. I'm going to loosen it. The whole thing's loosened. I don't want that to happen. I'll get it. What's happening is all these nuts are spinning. They're not supposed to spin. They're supposed to stay still. It's not. So I'm gonna try this. Trying to tighten them both onto the stud. Here we go. All right, that's not going anywhere. Put it back in the vise. Okay, let's see what happens. It's loose. It gets tight right here. All right, so now it's not moving, just the nuts coming off. There you go. So you got to make sure these two nuts that you put on there are tight. That wasn't that bad. Now, I got to loosen these up again. Actually, I can do this. This and this. I think they got it loose. No, it didn't. Oh, it did. Alright, so now they're loose and they come off. So now I need to put the stud in to the block. So I'm going to do, put it on there, put it on here, tighten these together, and then tighten this to put it into the head. That's wrong side. Now when I go put it in the head, all I do is just tighten this, and the whole thing will go. Do the same thing with taking them apart, and then the stud will be in there. All right, so put these in. I got the catalytic converter. I don't know if it's a bigger catalytic converter. It doesn't fit. Anyway, I took just a nut and bolt and just freaking put it through here because these bolts weren't working. I put it over here too because the distance was too far, so I crushed it. Anyway, we're moving right along. All right, so they do give you studs. I put them in. The only thing I have is it's like a square bit on there. I don't have any square bit that fits this thing. I do have this. I don't even know what this is called. It's like a grabber. Anyway, it gets it. It doesn't hold on to it really well, but it holds on to enough where I can tighten these down. So it's tight. I'm gonna drop that in. I put the new gasket on. I put the new studs in. See, gasket's there. Drop that in. Put it on. Lift it up. Well, I might put the O2 sensor in there. I don't know if I do. Maybe. I will figure it out. I'll let you know what I do. I don't know if I'm going to put it all back together and then go under the car. That's probably what's going to happen. I'm probably going to I'll put that up there, put it in, bolt it in, put this whole front back together, then lift the car up and do everything underneath. That's what I'm going to do. But I'll put the O2 sensor because it'll be easier with this out of the way. And they give you new gaskets here too. That's for the bottom, and this is for the EGR. We're almost there. I'm going to leave these plastic pieces off in case of anything. I got the radiator, all the brackets, hose, hood latch you have to take off, O2 sensor. I wired back up the fans. EGR is still loose because I have to put the one on the EGR on the bottom, but I'm going to. So right now it's just pretty much cats and nothing else. Open headers. So I got to do it. I'm gonna start it up and see what it sounds like. I'm not gonna let it run for long. I just want to see what it sounds like. Why not, right? All right, let me get in there. We'll turn it on and see what happens. How bad things would kill me if I go, here you go. Here's your van back. Anyway. Oh, it stinks. All right, let me finish buttoning up. I think pretty much everything underneath, and then tighten up the EGR. Yeah, the exhaust obviously has to get put back on, and the new catalytic converter, wherever it is. Anyway, up in the air it goes, and finish the job up. Well, I ran into a problem. These studs are not in the new one. These studs I cannot get out. They're rusted in here. This is for the EGR. So I'm just going to use these bolts. I have bolts. And I'll probably do some washers to get that EGR in. So I'm just going to put a washer on here. There's a gasket. Here's the gasket. Here's the gasket. So the gasket, and then a little piece. The problem is this bottom's out. So that's why there's a stud. So if I use a bolt that's too long, it's going to bottom out and not get tight. So that's why I need to use a washer. And I can't get these out. Other thing I was thinking was, the thing's already mounted in there and everything's put together. Cut the head off here and use this as a stud, but it's really not a stud, it's just really a bolt. So I think I'm just going to try this washer and see if that works. I'll let you know. Well, I'm messing with this exhaust. I'm up to this part right here. Nothing's tight. I just have everything loose in there. The bolts. Look at this here. There's that mid pipe catalytic converter. So that matches right here, right? Pretty much flat on the bottom, right? Come over here. Look at this. It is not clocked at all correctly. So this little catalytic converter is not going in. I'm going to put the old one back in because it's not going to work. It's not clocked correctly. I tried. I had the thing up there and spinning around every different angle. It just didn't work. So old one's going back in, except I might knock out those studs and put the nuts and bolts in it. And one stud already came out. See, they are pressed. Oh, I think I broke one too, didn't I? Oh no, I didn't. Yeah, see, it just spins now. Well, let me see if these bolts they give you fit through. Okay, they fit through. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Like that. Another on the other side. I'm just gonna bang all the rest of these guys out. Alright. And this I'm just gonna, I don't know, scrap pile. Like I showed before, it doesn't look clogged, so it should be fine. Alright. I got the old catalytic converter put in there. You see the new one still sitting here. Not clocked correctly, whatever. Old one of that one is back in. The only other thing I have to do is put all this plastic, tighten up. Oh, you can't see it. EGR valve. There's 2 bolts there I need to tighten up. Pull these, man. Pull these plastics back. Now I'm also doing these stabilizer bars right here. There's another bolt on this side over here. You already know I took the other one off, and the other side left it hanging. So let's get this one off. We'll replace it with the new ones. Put the tire back on, blah, blah, blah. reset the computer and see if there's any codes anymore. But let's I'm gonna do these real quick, and I've been doing this all day. I'm trying to knock it out one day because I don't want to do this again. Knock these out. I'll be back when everything's put back together, and it's gonna be too late to take for a test drive, but I'll be able to drive around just the yard and make sure it works okay. All right, I just found this bracket, cleaning up. It's supposed to hold the front, that holds the front catalytic converter on to the engine, which that's the one that I didn't have the bolt on the engine, so I guess it really doesn't matter. If I put it back up in the air one day, and if I remember, I'll put it on. Anyway, if there's anything I learned when working on these Hondas is if you have to do anything on the front, so this is the second time in 2 weeks working on a Honda. The other one was an Acura, you know, whatever. Is that if you need to do something on the front, get the fans, get the radiator out of the way. So much easier. Yeah, you got to refill it and stuff like that, but whatever. It's just easier to do that. All right, well, there you have it. It's smoking a little bit. New catalytic converters. Can't see nothing. There we go. This is light. Fans are going. Everything seems fine. I don't hear any leaks. I didn't clear the code yet. I'll pull the codes later. I'll pull the codes tomorrow. See what happens. Anyway, hopefully I fixed something. I didn't waste a whole day for nothing. I mean, that one cat was stuff was coming out of it, so it probably was shot inside, and it was missing. Did have a miss for a little while. We drove it around, and also what was the other problem? Oh, the VTEC was just dumping oil. So I mean, it could have clogged the suckers up. Anyway, I'm done for the day. I'm gonna go put this thing away, clean up the shop, put the tools away. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I don't know how long, it seems like it's gonna be a really long video, but thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for sticking through it, and we'll see you in the next video. There's the Honda Odyssey. I'm gonna be a master Honda tech after all this stuff. All right, remember, if not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, share this channel, and like all the videos and do all that good stuff to help me out. Alrighty, thanks a lot. I will see you next one. Bye.